What was your reaction to hearing that he'd been shot in 1994?
Which the first time,
Yes, sir.
um, I was in shock, but um, it's just everyday business for us. You know what I mean? Growing up in the hood, so it's like disbelief that it happened, but at the same time, it's like not really surprised it happened to us because at that time, a lot of us were, we were targets, of black on black crime. So it wasn't uncommon for one of our homeboys to get shot. You know what I mean? It's just like you basically waiting around to see who's gonna get it next. Hope it's not you. So I wasn't really shocked like that. I was just more so shocked that what he how he felt, who did it. You know what I mean? I couldn't believe that part.
He felt it was bad boy camp.
I think it was more so. It wasn't that it was bad boy camp per se. I think it was more so like like generally speaking, like if you my homeboy and we in the same town, and I so called run this town, and I get shot or I get robbed or something, and this person runs off. Of course, you're not gonna know exactly who it is, but a couple of days later, you're gonna know or find out. You're gonna hear in the streets who did what. So he felt like, okay, I'm with y'all. I'm in y'all town, y'all city, and this happened to me. And all of a sudden, y'all can't even help me figure it out. Y'all didn't come to my age. Y'all didn't say this. Y'all didn't say that. Y'all just kind of like turned your head and looked away. You know what I mean? Like you didn't want to get involved. You know what I mean? But, so he felt like his friendship was a lot more tighter than when it came to his life, when it came to them and their homeboys.
This is a Jmix exclusive.
You had stated, and I read the Hip Hop DX interview, and it said that you said that Pac called you from jail to work on the Drama Sidle project.
hmm
How much work was done on this project? Was it near completion?
Yeah, I mean, Tupac had all of these guys like little soldiers. They recorded nonstop. So there's a lot of songs done with Dramacidal in the can over there. I don't know who has it or where it is or what it is, but there was a lot of songs that was done. It was even a song that I did with Jasmine Guy on there. So that just goes to show you there's all kind of stuff that they have. There's bulks and bulks of material with Dramacidal.
Do you know why the project was scrapped?
You know, basic record label politics, not being in control of, meaning Pop not really being in control of the masters and the project itself as a whole. So, record labels have their own agendas and their own statistics that they do when they want to release something. I guess they felt like they didn't have enough steam behind those projects to release them to turn a profit. So I guess that's why they sat on it and just really didn't do nothing. And Pac wasn't thinking about, you know, putting stuff out himself like we, are accustomed to doing. So he didn't really trip off of it. He just was doing it, and he was in jail. So he's like, whatever the record label says, I'm gonna just go ahead and finish turning stuff in.
Did he try to record with you over the phone from jail?
No, he didn't. No, we ain't gonna think about that.
When Tupac got out of prison, he signed to Death Row Records. Did that come as a shock to you?
No, it was a natural progression because he was, at that time, the label Interscope, they were like fearing, they was fed up with Pop, because Pop was terrorizing those people over there. He would call the label and yell and scream at them and terrorize them and just had everybody on pins and needles over there at Interscope. So they were almost like, we're tired of dealing with this knucklehead. He keeps on getting into different little things. We keep bailing him out. Keep bailing him out. We're going to just wash our hands of it, and Suge saw them basically doing him like that, like turned his back on him. But it had been a long history of them just bailing him out. So I guess this one time they were like, we finna stay out of this one. So Suge saw that open door, when Pop was at his most vulnerable time, and came in and saved the day for the most part.
Pac seemed to have a tremendous amount of love for you. Seeing you had 2 records on All Eyes on Me. When did you meet up with him when he got out of jail, and how did Trading War Stories come about?
Okay, I met up with Pac when he got out of jail. E40 contacted me, Sebo, D-Shot, Be Legit, all of us. Pac had contacted, I guess, 40. And then 40 called me and said, Mike, we're going to L.A. Pac is shooting the video, California Love. So if you notice the remix of California Love, everybody's in it. Me, see, you can barely see me, but I'm in there. Sebo, E40, D-Shop, Be Legit, DJ Quick, Dr. Dre, everybody was in this particular video. So he had called us to come down from the Bay to L.A. to come get in the video. And just the natural progression, we go into the studio, we do the video shoot. The next day we go into the studio and we working on music. So the Trade and War Stories came about how we were just, I had just signed Rick Rock to my production company because he was in at Mobile, he was in Alabama somewhere, and I had just signed him to my production company to come and, work with me. And so he had already had like a bunch of samples because all he used to make beats on was SB1200 until he got to California, back to California. So he had tons and tons of discs, floppy disks of samples. And when we got to the studio, I told Rick, I said, come ride with me. Come get in the car. Let's go to L.A. I'm going to take you to L.A. because I got to go and do some work with Pop. So he came down there. And everybody we in the studio. So we got all the equipment set up. So everybody's looking around like, okay, Mike, we need to, let's work on something, So they moved Johnny J out the way. And so me and Rick sat down. And so I'm messing around on one drum machine. Rick is messing around on another drum machine. We pop a disc in, and it was a sample. And so he hit play on SB1200, and Pop was like, yeah, I like that sample. Let's go. I want to do it. So we loaded that up, and I started playing keyboards over top of it, and, the rest was history.
Did you guys knock out Ain't Hard to Find in the same session?
Yes. Yep. We did 2 in the same session. Trade and War Stories was actually the second song we did. Ain't Hard to Find was the first one.
Us fans, we've seen the studio footage of the Good Life session. How the hell did you get a camera inside Can-Am?
Man, that is the weirdest thing. You know what? I mean, you can put this on the record. It still trips me out how we did that. Because literally, when you come into the studio, you're frisked like you're going to the airport. You know how the airport is right now? That's how Death Row was back then. This was in the 90s. So the metal detector, the wands, the 2 big police officers patting you down in the whole thing, right? But like you say, Pac had so much love for me and so much love for his homeboys in the Bay that it was pretty much roll out the red carpet. These are my real homeboys. Get up off of them. You know what I mean? Don't, you ain't got to be all like how you really normally are to everybody else because this is my family coming through here. So me and my crew, me and my people, we had a camera just so happens with us. So we, that's how we got the camera in there. But I was shocked after the fact that we were able to even do that, But it all boils down to, like I say, how much love he had and how much respect Suge had for Pac's close people, you know what I mean? So that's how we got that camera in there.
That was during the Hit 'Em Up session, correct?
Yes, that was the night he made Hit 'Em Up. Yeah, he was recording Hit 'Em Up. He hadn't even laid his verse yet by the time I got to Hit 'Em Up.
Can you tell us about the session? Left Eye was there. Goody Bob showed up.
Yeah. I hadn't really even realized. Well, I knew Left Eye was there because I was talking to her in the hallway briefly. I was telling her how I had seen her. I had met her at the same time at Jack the Rapper. Same time I had met Tupac, and I was basically talking to her about that then in the hallway. So I get first of all, I got lost on my way going to Can-Am. We finally get to Can-Am. We come in, and this, the track is up. And they were, in the midst of doing it. The guitar player was there, the engineer was there, everybody, all the people were there. Then he was just going in, Then the Goody Mob, Bernard Parks, my homeboy Bernard Parks was managing the Goody Mob at the time. And so he called me, or I called him. Somehow we were on the phone. I said, y'all come through the studio. Pac want to meet y'all. So they was like, okay, cool. We coming right now. So they hurry up and came through the studio, and they were there. Left Eye was already there. And so that's how that went, And then, of course, it's right in the middle of right in the middle of war, East Coast, West Coast. So, so the song is like, we all pumped up about the song, sounding good, and Pac is passionate, he's going in. So, we didn't even talk about what happened or any of that kind of stuff. It just was like, we're finna get him, you know what I mean? On wax type thing. So, we played it, he played that. It was like some parts on there that I don't even think people even heard, where he was cussing the people out and talking crazy, and, he was really going in. I think they might have cut that stuff out.
Some of it is, I had an engineer and I got a version of it where the mic starts cutting out because he's yelling so loud in it.
Right. Yep, exactly.
Hey all, it's Jmix here, and I want to thank everybody that took the time to watch the video. If you liked it, go ahead and throw it a like, maybe even a comment down below. And if you really like my content, check out my Patreon. The link is down below. For $1 a month, you get all the live streams, unedited as soon as they happen, plus interviews in advance and other bonus content. The link is in the description. If not, you guys could always watch one of the videos to the side of me. See you on the next upload. One love, everybody.